Hello everyone and welcome to the Texter YouTube channel. And today we are going to be putting together a parts list for not only a gaming PC but a full gaming setup which includes the monitor and the peripherals for just $1,000. So let's get on with it. So first thing we are going to select is our desktop processor or the CPU. So we are going with the option which we went with in the $500 PC build, which is the Ryzen 5 1600 AF, just because it offers so much of bang for the buck. It is basically a 2600 with lower clock speeds. It's just $85, and that is the best bang for the buck processor I think you can get. And I also think that AMD just makes a lot of sense right now, especially on budget platforms, because of the scalability you get and even the bang for the buck, and the fact that all of the processors are overclockable. So next up, let's get to our motherboard. So motherboard, I'll use the search feature from Newegg. So board AMD motherboards, and let's power search AM4 and B450 I think, and let's go with the condition to be new. So let's search, and we are not going dirt cheap because we have $1,000 PC budget. So we'll sort by lowest and then slowly make our way up. So I'll just show one of these boards as an example of what we don't want. So the build quality is probably cheap because it's just $70. And then there are just two DIMM slots. There's just a 4-pin power connector. And let's just look at the rear IO. So look at the audio selection here. USB ports are fine, but there's just one HDMI, and it's just not up to the build level. And so that's why I would like to go for something bit better, which would give longevity to your build and give more upgrade potential. So you can go for this board if this is still on sale. Why do all these MSI motherboards have two DIMM slots which are under like $100? So yeah, this one we used in a $500 build, and this is a very good motherboard, high quality, and just look at the I/O as compared to the cheap one. It has four DIMM slots, a bit of RGB lighting if you're into it, and just look at that. The audio selection is better. There's a Type C port, and the overall build quality would be way better, just because they're putting in the money and they are adding the aesthetics so that the people will buy it because the build quality is better and they put the time and effort to make it look good. Let's do a quick price check on Amazon. B450M Steel Legend. So it's $80 on Amazon. It's on sale. So good if you can buy it from here while the sale is there. So let's add it to our cart. So next up we have RAM. Our memory, desktop memory of course, and I would have to go with 3600 megahertz because Ryzen loves fast memory and all that stuff, and memory is nowhere near the price like it was in 2018. The prices had just skyrocketed, and let's go with the dual channel kit of 16 gigs, and let's search. So let's sort by lowest price. So this one we went in our $500 build. It is very good. It is 3600 speed, and also it is from a very reputable manufacturer, G.SKILL Ripjaws 5. I've used this in many builds and they have never failed upon me. Cache latency 18. That is fine for this budget. Not a big difference. And let's add this to our cart. Next thing, I think we should go with our graphics card. So the graphics card in mind for this build is the GeForce 1660 Super. It is a very powerful graphic card. You can even do some 1440p gaming with it, but what we are aiming for is like 144 hertz, 144 hertz, 1080p gaming in all games. So let's see. So there's an Asus one for 230, and let's see if there's another one for 230. 240, 250, and it's just the basic GTX 1660. Let's do a quick price check on Newegg 1660 Super. So, and they also have the Asus Tough one for 230, and that's it. So I guess we are sticking with the Asus one. And let's add this to our cart. Next up, I think we should go with the power supply unit. So components and power supplies, I am thinking 600 watts should be enough for this build and even get a bit of upgrading headroom. So let's go 600 watt and all the 80 plus stuff. And let's apply these filters. And let's sort by lowest price. And now I won't recommend any brands which I have not heard of and I have not used and may even explode your build. Not joking, they may even explode your build, like Raid Max, PVR. I haven't ever used these brands, so I won't recommend it. So there's an EVGA one, it's on sale. So yeah, we have to resort to our Thermaltake Smart Series one again. Last time we used a 500 watt power supply, and this time we are going with a 600 watt power supply. Let's do a quick price check on Amazon. Thermaltake 600 watt power supply, and it's $50 on Amazon. So let's add this to our cart. So I would like to clarify that all of these prices are subject to change. Like you can give or take $50 in the end of the budget because the prices fluctuate due to tariffs and other stuff. So next, I think we should move on to our storage. So I already have two things in mind. One SSD, 480 gig SSD from SanDisk. So SanDisk 480 GB SSD. So it's SATA 3 and all that stuff. It is just $60, and you can't get much better for this price point. It is very fast and it is a very reputable manufacturer. Next up, a hard drive which will be for the mass storage or to create a Steam library. So we are going for the Seagate Barracuda 2 TB hard drive. Uh, so we are going with the Seagate Barracuda 2 TB hard drive, which is $50 on Amazon. Let's do a price check on Newegg. Seagate 2 TB Barracuda, and it is $50 on Newegg as well. So let's go with Newegg this time. No thanks. There's not much left. There's the PC case for our PC, and then we have the monitor and the peripherals. So I have already have a nice looking PC case, comes included with two front fans. It's Cooler Master's new case, Cooler Master MB311L. So it looks pretty good. It is fully mesh. There is an acrylic version of this case, but I think, yeah, it's the MB320. So it just cuts off a lot of supply, the acrylic version. Just as you can see, there's just this much air intake, and so that's why I went with the MB311, which has a full front mesh, and it looks pretty good. Two ARGB addressable RGB fans included inside, and it is micro 8x size, which is compatible with our motherboard. And also, there is another added benefit to this. It has a tempered glass side panel, and also there are two fans already included, which means that you only need to buy one extra fan. So let's go with that extra fan, case fan, 120 millimeter. Let's see what we get. No funky RGB for this build. So I think this one is pretty good. Noctua NFP P12 Redux 1700 PWM high performance cooling fan. So let's just add this to the card because it's got 5 stars and 679 ratings. That's a big feat, which means that most people have loved it. And let's go to our accessories or peripherals and our monitor. So first, we are not going dirt cheap with the accessories. We have reputable mouse, keyboards and headsets and monitors. So the monitor of choice here is the AOC 24G1. So it is $145 on Amazon. It is on sale. It is 180 otherwise, but whenever I have looked, it is usually in the neighborhood of 150 to 160 and is usually on sale. So it has a very high quality stand with which curves and increases height and decreases height. And also this monitor is 144 hertz, which means you will be able to take advantage of the high refresh rate you get due to the 1660 super. There's a 1 millisecond response time, and it's 24 inches, and it has full HD 1080p. It is curved, and it has very thin bezels, and it is VA. So let's add this to our cart. And next we have the gaming mouse. So we have gone with the Corsair Harpoon Pro, which retails for $30 only. It has a very good RGB gaming mouse. So as you can see, Corsair, it's a reputable manufacturer. It is 12,000 DPI optical mouse, and it just is pretty good. And it's not like those dirt cheap mouses which break after a few weeks of use. This is pretty high quality. Next, I think we have to move on to our gaming keyboard. Yes, I'm right. Let's go with. I have already tested this gaming keyboard personally, and I have absolutely loved it for the price to performance. It's the Red Dragon K551 Vara. So it is 38.99 on Amazon right now. It has Cherry MX blue switches, and it is very good build quality, ABS and steel, ABS plastic and steel, and it is Red Dragon, so a reputable manufacturer. It has the number pad, and it is a gaming keyboard, and it is mechanical. It does not have those funky RGB lighting, but it does have a red backlight. So if you are not too choosy about those RGB things, then this is the keyboard for you under 40 bucks. So next up, the only thing that is left now is the gaming headset. And we have chosen another Corsair product, the Corsair HS35 gaming headset. Same, does not have any funky RGB, gets the job done, memory foam ear cups, as it says here, and works with all platforms: PC, Xbox, PS4, Switch, even on your phones. And it even has a mic for you to do party chats and stuff. And overall, it is a very good gaming headset to get you started. So let's add this to our cart and let's see what the total has turned out to be. I hope it's under budget. So on Amazon, we have $757 worth of goods, and in our new cart, we have $125. So the total comes out to be, let me add, now it's around $885. So it's even lower than $900, which we can even add some more, like do some more upgrades, like actually it's a pretty good system for $900 you are getting. Maybe you could upgrade from the 1660 Super to a bit, but that might bottleneck your CPU. And that's, I think that's the best gaming setup you can do under like $1,000. Oh, I think if you are into 1440p gaming, I think I have a very good upgrade for you. So this was the monitor that we chose. This comes another version, which is the 27-inch 1440p version. It is just $250. And let's add this to our cart and remove the other one. And let's see then what our total comes out to be. So let's remove this. And now our cart is 862 on Amazon and 125 on Newegg. And that takes our subtotal to $987. So $10 under budget, and you have a 1440p gaming setup that would get more than 60 FPS in most games, and may even get like around 100 FPS in some games like Fortnite. So that's all for today. Hope you like the setup. Like, share, subscribe, and thank you for supporting the channel. Goodbye.